guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I did this makeup look, and this was actually done in celebration of Durga Puja, but this look is very versatile and I definitely recommend you to sort of create this look with other celebrations as well. However, for today's tutorial, I've collaborated with two of my most favorite YouTuber, and first is Shimul and the next one is Puja Paul. So without a further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. I just sprayed my face with Maybelline Wear-boosting setting spray before I moved on to my foundation routine. For my foundation today, I'm using the Hourglass foundation in shade Amber. This is a full coverage foundation and definitely has a lot of orange and yellow undertone to it. So it helps hide all the dark circles and hyperpigmented areas without having to put orange concealer. And don't worry, it does look a little orange in my face. However, though, we are definitely going to balance the foundation out with highlighting and contouring, so not to worry about it. Moving on to my eyebrows, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in shade Chocolate. Next, I'm going to prime my eyes with NC15 Concealer by MAC, and I'm slightly drawing an outer line right underneath my brow bone, and then I'm going to start covering up the entire eyelid. Once that's done, I'm going to blend it out with the Beauty Blender. And here I'm just putting some sticky tab on the corners of my eyes to help me guide through my eyeshadow. And for today's eyeshadow palette, I'm using the Subculture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And the first color that I'm going to use is called Dawn. This is a cream color that's going to act as my base. Moving on to the next color, which is called Roxy, which is a beautiful peach color. I'm going to use this shade all over my transition area, which is around my crease. And the brush that I'm using for it is called MAC 217. All the product details will be listed below on the description box for you guys to have a look, so do not forget to check that out. Blending is always the key in applying eyeshadow, so make sure you blend eyeshadows really well. Moving on to my next eyeshadow, which is called All Star. I'm going to use the same brush, which is MAC 217, and sort of dab that color on the outer corners of my eyes and bring it inward, blending it out. So you can see I'm dabbing it and then I start blending it towards the inner part of my eyes. Just make sure that the eyeshadow just stays on the outer half of your eyes. And here I'm definitely taking more time to blend the eyeshadows out properly. Moving on to the next color, which is called Rowdy. For that, I'm using MAC 221 brush. And I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm dabbing a whole bunch of color on the exact outer corners of my eyes and blending it towards the inner part of my eyes. Next, moving on to my eyelid color, I'm using the brush by Inglot 13P, and I just sprayed some Fix Plus on it before I moved on to the color called Adorn, which is a beautiful shimmery color, and I wanted to get the most out of it. That's the reason why I kind of wet it. And I'm dabbing this color all over my lid. But here I'm also trying to create a half cut crease from the inner corner. Moving on to my next step, which is to use glitter glue all over my lid space. And here I just created a half cut crease look, as you can already see. Next, moving on to my eyeshadows. This is actually pretty interesting. This is the eyeshadow by Inglot. It's called AMC Pure Pigments in shade 63. It's a beautiful rose gold coppery tone, and once I apply on top of that glitter glue, you will see how pigmented this eyeshadow is. And absolutely there's no fallout, even though this is actually loose pigment. So guys, can you see how beautiful that color is? It's absolutely stunning. Next, moving on to my inner corners of my eyes, I'm using my Maybelline Strobe Highlighter. And moving on to my eyeliner from my waterline, I'm using Inglot Eyeliner Kohl Pencil in shade Black. Next, moving on to the color called All Star, using my MAC 221 brush, I'm just going to use that color on the lower section of my eyes. And now for my eyeliner, I'm using the black eyeliner by NYX Cosmetics, and I'm using it to create a little bit of that winged eyeliner. And I'm also sort of creating that sharper inner corner with my eyeliner. So there you go guys, my eye makeup is sort of complete. Moving on to my cream highlight, I'm using Studio Fix Concealer by MAC in shade NC15. And I'm pretty much doing my usual drill, which is to highlight underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, forehead, on my cupid bow, and a little bit on my chin. And then I'm going to blend all of this out with my beauty blender. As soon as I start blending the highlighted colors into my skin, you can already see that whole orangey effect is kind of sort of going away. Now I'm going to highlight a little bit with also using my medium dark neutral Naked Skin Urban Decay Weightless foundation. And now moving on to my baking, I'm using Laura Mercier's translucent powder and using that to bake all my highlighted zones. Make sure to always bake around your laugh line because you don't want those areas to crease. Now I'm using a big fluffy brush by Pharma Beauty in number 102. And I'm dusting all that powder out of my face. Using my NC shade 42, which is actually my shade, I'm using the same brush to sort of go all over my contour areas. This sort of gives color to my face and also gives me a little bit of dimension without having to contour so much. Next, moving on to my bronzer by MAC. It's called Give Me Sun, and I'm going over my contoured zones again. And I'm pretty much using the same brush, which is by Pharma Beauty in number 102. Moving on to my nose contour, I'm using the colors by Anastasia Beverly Hills in shade Fawn. And I'm using my Inglot 5FS brush. This is actually a very nice brush, one of my most favorite brushes to contour nose. And it's really easy to contour nose with this brush, really. And there you go, I have almost a perfect nose. And I'm going to now spray my face with Maybelline Wear-boosting setting spray before I move on to my highlight. For that, I'm using Maybelline Master Chrome highlight. This highlight is actually like bomb for something by drugstore. This is actually really good. I think Maybelline has been doing really good, especially with their liquid lipstick and highlight. Like, I'm impressed so far. Moving on to my blush, this is called Rose D Oro by Milani Cosmetics, and I'm pretty much using the same brush by Pharma Beauty in number 102. This blush is sort of peachy, so it sort of goes with, with the look for today. Moving on to my lip liner, I'm using a red lip liner by MAC Cosmetics. This is not cherry, and unfortunately I can't remember the name from the back of my head, but I'll definitely post the link below on the description box for you guys to have a look. For my liquid lipstick, I'm using this liquid lipstick by NYX Cosmetic, and I believe the shade called Kitten Heels. Alright guys, so I'm gonna quickly get ready and I'll be back. And here I am, guys. And what I'm trying to do here is basically I am double lining my liner, because sometimes what happens is your eyeshadow sort of starts spreading a little bit and your eyeliner is no longer as dark as before. So whenever you're using a liquid liner, make sure to double line your eyeliner, because it stays like pitch black and dark, which I absolutely love. Alright, so here I'm just using a mascara to go over my eyelashes, and this one is by L'Oreal. All the details of the products will be listed below on the description box for you guys to have a look, so do check that out. And for my lashes today, I'm wearing the Velour lashes. I can't remember what style it is, but I'll definitely post the link below on the description box for you guys to have a look. For my glue though, I have used the glue in black by Revlon. Before I finish up the look, I'm just going to go over with my eyebrow mascara. This is to remove all the powder that has been sitting over my eyebrows. And Durga Puja look is very incomplete without a tip or bindi, so here we go. Alright guys, so this is the final look for today's makeup look. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Also, I did not do much with my hair. I just put in a little bun at the back, and I wore these earrings and the blouse and the sari, and that was it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any question, please feel free to comment below on the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Do not forget to check out the description box for the other YouTubers' link to their video, and also for more product details. Hope to see you next time on my next video, guys. Till then, take care, and do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to my channel, and follow me on my Instagram at Makeup by Asmary. Hope to see you next time. Take care.